I could watch a whole movie of the Justice League at a table just discussing shit and just interacting with each other and just shooting the shit. I can watch a whole hour-and-a-half movie about that because I just love that shit. So Death of Superman, I was excited about this. This is one of the few graphic novels that I still own. Like, a lot of my comic books got lost in moving transition or whatever, but the Death of Superman is the one graphic novel that I still own, and I still cherish it to this day. Look, it's hard to talk about this movie without getting into spoilers, so you know what? This is a spoiler-heavy review, so if you've not seen Death of Superman, do not watch this. Check the movie out, then check out this review, unless you don't care about spoilers. But I mean, I am going to go into spoilers on this video. As to be expected, it really deviates from the story a lot, so a lot of stuff that was in the graphic novel was not in the movie. It was to be expected. I was like, okay, I'm not going to let this bother me too much. But I feel like too much screen time was spent on the relationship between Clark and Lois. Alright, it's no secret, Lois and Clark have been together since Moses read the Ten Commandments, okay? It's been forever. It's no secret, okay? So I think we could have done did less of that and then more of the Doomsday stuff, because the Doomsday stuff was on point. Like the animation on Doomsday, they made him look scary. He was menacing. He was everything I wanted the Hulk to be in Infinity War. You know what I mean? Like, Doomsday was the shit. Like, he was just destructive. So that aspect they did right. Like, the whole fight with the Justice League and then with Superman, that was on point. But I feel like it was rushed because they had all this other stuff that I didn't care about, like the whole thing with Lex Luthor being on a house arrest, you know, Lois and Clark and their drama, and, you know, like a big portion of the movie has to do with, you know, the fluff and the fat, you know what I'm saying? And by the time we get to the meat, it's by the time to end the movie. So by the time they get to the stuff that you want to see, it goes by so quick, then you're like, damn, that's all I get. So yeah, it's called The Death of Superman, and then by the end of the movie, we're supposed to feel emotional because damn, Superman just died. Like, when I first read the graphic novel, that shit kind of hit me because they spent a lot of the time in that graphic novel fighting. So by the end, I was tired with them and I was drained emotionally and everything. And then when they finally hit that final blow, it was like, wow, that's it. And it's like it just went silent and like, you know, okay, that Superman just died. You know what I mean? And the movie didn't have that same emotional punch because it just went by so fast. But even though it went fast, the fight was still effective. Like, they was going at it. Like, Superman and Doomsday was like going, like, that was like on some like Bane and Batman, like Dark Knight Rises type shit. Like, they was throwing blows, man. They was going at it. And even the fight with the Justice League was ill. One thing I wish they would have did, like what they did in the graphic novel, was in the graphic novel, Doomsday was fighting the whole Justice League with one arm behind his back. That just added to his badness, you know, his badassery, you know what I'm saying? He was fucking them all up with one arm behind his back, and in this one he had both arms. But it's just little things like that where I wish they would have did, but still, overall it did work. And I did love the Hall of Justice scene. Like, anytime I see the Hall of Justice and I see the Justice League sitting at the table, you know, interacting with each other, the nostalgia kicks in, and I'm like, yes, I could watch a whole movie of the Justice League at a table just discussing shit and just interacting with each other and just shooting the shit. I can watch a whole hour-and-a-half movie about that because I just love that shit. So there is that scene in there. But yeah, man, I think it was rushed, and it's an hour and 20 minutes. It's long compared to the other DC animated movies because mostly the DC animated movies are about like an hour or 14 minutes. So this one went an hour and 20, but it felt like it was short because the end, like the third act, was so rushed. I'm like, damn, man, I wanted more, you know. And like, even the whole shit with Lex Luthor, man, I think the whole Lex Luthor thing should have been left out. It's almost like the storytellers, the writers or whatever, they're scared to tell a Superman story without Lex Luthor. Like, there are Batman stories without the Joker. Like, Superman has a whole catalog of villains. It's like they always have to go back to Lex Luthor, man. Like, bring some other villains in, man. Like, leave Lex Luthor alone. You know, I mean, he's a genius or whatever. He's Superman's main rival, but I'm tired of seeing him. This is Doomsday movie, and why does Lex Luthor get any shine anyway? This is supposed to be Doomsday shit. So that was my gripes about it, man. So overall, I really liked this movie. I was entertained by it, but I didn't love it the way I wanted to love it. And I feel like the stuff that I wanted to see, I didn't get enough of. And therefore, by the time it was over with, I felt like I was cheated almost. But for what I did get that I enjoyed, I really did dig it. So wrapping this up, man, I'm going to give Death of Superman a B. And there are some end credit scenes, and the end credit scenes are so awkward and weird because most times you get an end credit scene, you get like a full scene teasing something. The end credit scenes, and I ain't bullshitting, the end credit scenes are like maybe 10 seconds a piece. There's like 4 of them. So it's like a 10-second little something, then it goes back to the credits. Then they show like another little 5 or 6 second clip, then you go to the credits. They're so quick, so by the time you say, okay, it's an end credit scene, the end credit scene's over with. Strange. So yeah, man, that's my grade on Death of Superman. It's definitely worth watching. I think it's probably one of the better DC animated joints that they've done in a while. And it does have the same animation, I believe the same timeline as Justice League War, which is my personal favorite DC film. So, DC animated film. So it follows that timeline. It's like a sequel to it, and I guess all the same voice actors and everything. So it's like a sequel to Justice League War. And I really dug it, man. It's worth watching. It's worth watching. It's better than the shit that they've gave us for the past 2 years now. So yeah, definitely check out Death of Superman. Tell me what you guys think about it. Comment below, comment freely. Thank you for watching. As always, this is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.